welcome to Family Films.
Do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. We're not, but still, don't do it.
We are going to be busting some myths today, but if you are not satisfied with our myth-busting methodologies, remember that you can neither get your time or your money back because it's for free. Are you ready?
Hi, so I'm 1001301325. You are? Oh wait, I did that. Never mind, I'm Luke.
Yeah, I'm Sneha. What was that?
Well, our first myth is actually that people at U of T, since it's so big, they think they're just referred to as a number. In other words, your student number. Well, that's kind of false because what sense did I just make?
True. And we even asked a survey to some of our leaders to see what they think about what kind of numbers represent them. What was our data?
Well, overwhelmingly, when asked if what's your number, they responded with their phone number. So,
Hey, 647-216-5727.
I think that first myth is busted.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job with that. Hey, Luke. Luke? Hey, do you know what else I heard recently?
No, what?
I heard that U of T is really, really diverse. Do you think this is true?
It's gotta be true.
Yeah. Well, we actually looked at all of you guys and tried to decide where you are from. There will be a map here somewhere that'll show where everyone is coming from. And as you can see, people are coming from a whole bunch of different places, which is really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Another really cool thing is that last year we had over 40% of women who were accepted to engineering. This number has kept on increasing, and we're promoting STEM and engineering even more through different clubs, such as WISE, Women in Science and Engineering.
Okay, so our next myth is that U of T is really, really competitive, and everyone is super smart. So, like, what are you going to do as a fraud?
Well, we wanted to again take this data down to the streets, by which we mean Google form it to some of our very helpful and kind leaders. So we asked people, how did you find that U of T is really competitive? The numbers that we got were, I guess, a bit surprising. We asked from the scale of 1 to 5, 1 being really competitive, 5 being not at all, and our results showed 2.8 as our average. So people do think that it's a little bit more competitive than average, and that's expected. I mean, it is going to be a little bit more competitive than, say, what it would be in your high school.
But we decided to dig a little bit deeper. So we also asked them how smart they rated themselves on a 1 to 5 scale before starting university, and they said 3.7.
Is that like a higher one?
Oh yeah, that's good information.
Yeah.
That's on the higher end. So they think they're quite smart now, but...
I mean, we also asked them how challenging was first year, considering how smart they think, and we got the same number, 3.7, which is again on the higher end, showing that people found it to be a bit tougher than what would be considered average.
So, and now with that, we've got how smart do you think you are now? And the average dropped significantly from a 3.7 down to a 3. So, what do we take away from this?
I think there's lots of things to say, especially considering we didn't dig that deep into finding out the causes for this. But it could be things like people understand that there's so many other things that they didn't know now.
True.
As they say, the more you learn, the more you find out about things you don't know. Wise.
Yeah.
So have we answered your questions? Some other questions that we asked that were sort of academic-based were all-nighters. How many all-nighters have people pulled on a yearly basis? Our average was a 2.5, which I think is really good compared to what you usually hear about engineering.
Yeah.
How many all-nighters do you pull?
Well, normally I try for 0, but like it usually ends up with a 10. So there's a 0 in there.
Yeah, I think I'm more on the lower end, but, well, everyone's different.
Truthfully, it is my fault most of the time. Okay, now we've got the last question here is procrastination. When do you do your work? We asked our friends, and over 50% said they did their work the day before something was due. Now, to clarify, due doesn't necessarily mean start and finish, but at least finish their work the day before, which is fine. Also, more than a third said that they kind of finished their work beforehand, so,
That's pretty good, yeah. And I think learning to do your work last minute in a pressure setting can be sometimes a useful skill.
Very
I'm really bad at it, but People have said it's useful.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time to share some of our own personal stories with you guys. So, me being from Edgeside, I hear a lot of, wow, that's so hard, the dropout rate's so high, what am I supposed to do? Realistically, the dropout rate's only high because people don't really want to be in Edgeside. I know I initially chose it because I got 2 years instead of 1 to put off making that choice.
That's pretty good to know. Other things that we hear a lot are things like engineering leaves no room for social interaction. That's not really true. I think we're having a pretty social interaction right now. So,
Yeah.
But if that's not enough for you to, bust this myth, there's lots of things that you can do within U of T. You can join design teams. Did you know, if you ever thought that, oh man, I'm going camping, but I wish my canoe was made out of concrete. Well, we have a club for that. We also have a club called, we also have a design team for human-powered vehicles. And we have one for a solar car, and we do really good at it. Check out, it's called Polaris, and it's the most recently built one.
Our challenge to you guys now have to make a solar-powered, human-powered concrete canoe.
That would be a real accomplishment, and I'm sure you guys can do really well. Other things that we hear about are, lots of people go into engineering thinking about their career choices, is it easy or hard to get a job? So we hear both. We hear that, it's really hard to find a job, or it's really easy to find a job. And reality is it's somewhere in between. So I actually didn't introduce myself in the beginning. So I am a Civ 1T8 plus PEY. This means that I finished my 3rd year in civil engineering, and I'm currently doing PEY, which is our version of co-op, or our professional experience year. So I got my PEY through a portal that we have within engineering. It's called the Engineering Career Portal, through the Engineering Career Center, I should say. And, once you sign up for that portal, they post jobs in there. And they make it really convenient by sometimes even asking your employers to come right to campus, so you don't have to go all the way to Scarborough, even though Scarborough's dope, and other places to do your interview. So that's how I got mine, and I found it to be a fairly comfortable experience. And hey, they're fixing up the ECC, Engineering Career Center, even more, so you guys will have a better experience using that platform.
And I'm pretty sure I forgot to do an intro for myself as well. So I'm actually an Edgeside era 1T8 now plus PEY.
As of yesterday?
No, as of this morning.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So it's fairly fresh, but get used to it over time. So I won't see a lot of you around campus, but be around. I instead of finding mine through the career portal, I actually found mine through mutual friends. And, it's a very different experience. It's not as guaranteed, but, leverage connections. That's the biggest thing that taught me.
Yeah. We have lots of career development organizations around U of T that can help you. The Career Center also includes, resume prep sessions, sometimes, also, interview prep things. So take advantage of that. And if you do, it's not that challenging to get it if you really put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Agreed?
High five for PEY.
Yeah.
3, 2.
Next up, there was a myth that alcohol is a big part of the university, and you almost can't have any social environment without alcohol. Is this true? We decided to consult with an expert. Expert!
Hi.
Hi, expert.
Hi.
Introduce yourself, please.
Oh, hi. I'm Sarthak Saxena. I'm one of the SUTS co-managers for 1T7 1T8. I'm a MEC 1T8T2, and my other co-manager is not here right now. Is Devlin. He's a mid 1T9.
What's SUTS?
SUTS is this. It's where we serve beer to people who are above 19 years, and they have valid government ID. Yeah, and they buy it. We don't serve it, we sell it.
Good stuff. So, do you think alcohol is very important in a social gathering as someone who runs a bar?
Alcohol can certainly change the way a social gathering works, but it's not necessary for one. I don't drink, and I'm one of the SUTS co-managers, and
That is
it's really cool.
Can you provide any examples where you can totally have fun even if you are not drinking?
Yeah, so here at SUTS, which is I'm gonna totally promote because it's my thing. have a bunch of theme nights, like Bollywood Suds was my favorite last year, karaoke Suds, some others that are surprises. And they're a really good time because you can come out, you can meet a lot of different people, you can do a lot of different things, and have a really great time, even if you're not drinking. I know that the first week's of Frosh Week, we're going to have DJs. The first days of Frosh Week, we're going to have DJs, which are super cool and fun. And yeah, you can have a great time here, even if you don't drink. I know this because I've done it for 3 years.
That's why you're an expert.
That's why I'm an expert.
Another question.
Yes.
Fairly important. What is your favorite drink?
I like orange juice.
Good old OJ. Works out. All right. So, what do you think? Myth?
Busted.
Busted. Next up, we wanted to test a long-standing myth that everyone in Toronto loves or recognizes almost all of Drake's stuff. So I have a very master playlist of Drake's songs, and we're gonna try it on some people to see if they can recognize it. You can help me.
I don't know the song, but sure.
10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands, fuck it, man. Not even discussing, man. OMG.
Oh, wait.
I ain't tripping, I'm a last
I don't know what this is. I don't even know what song this is.
Do you know who it is?
I can say
Do you want to reveal it? It's Drake.
Oh,
10
again?
bands, dude.
That's not fair.
Survey says, for half the time you're good. The other half you need to learn more.
2 tiers.
We need some more sample sizes in order to actually verify this myth. But thanks for taking part, Senpai.
Thank you. And thank you, man with the camera.
We're going? Okay. 2 songs, guess the artist, and what the song is.
push roll, glass full, I prefer better things.
Drake.
You want Drake right away?
Yeah, it is.
They just trying to ruin it.
Oh, song name, crap. Oh, I hate this. It's an old song. I don't know.
That's okay.
Listen to this shit.
That was Up All Night.
Okay.
I'll be up all night.
Yeah.
You got it? Alright.
The chorus.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next one.
Never heard the song. Not Drake, not DJ. It's not so mainstream.
Also, you know that it's not Drake.
But if he comes in later, but this is not Drake.
That's a fair answer. That's a correct answer.
Correct.
This is our throw you off song.
What
Childish
is it?
Gambino. Retro.
Oh, yeah, that is what
You
it
got it?
Yeah.
Alright. But good job.
I've heard,
You
like,
guessed
one
that it
song.
was Drake, and then it was not Drake, which is the right answer.
You can do it too.
Thanks, Daddy.
Is this Drake? It's like people know each other.
Oh, I know the song. They know.
Mm-hmm.
They know by Drake.
Close.
It's not Drake?
It is Drake, but it's headlines.
Okay. But it's
Okay.
the one where he goes like, they know.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna play another one. Oh no. I'll play this one.
Hey.
You can move forward.
Is it? It's not Hotline Bling.
But you know the artist.
Is this also Drake? Is this all
Do you
Drake?
think? What's your final answer?
Wait. This is definitely Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any Drake, but this is Drake.
Cool. It was Passion Fruit.
Like Drake?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. Well,
I-
Drake? We'll call it plausible.
Yeah.
So Drake.